What's up, guys? Not sir coming at you another reaction video, and today, sorry for the voice crack at the start. I don't know what happened. It's early in the morning, but specifically for the people that want to know, it's 5:32 a.m. because I am terrible with my sleep schedule. But you know what? I do it for y'all in the content. We have a DNF Duel video, another one, as you can see in the top left. It's for the practice mode, something I didn't think in this game existed. In all seriousness and me not fucking around, we knew why they didn't want the practice mode in there, because if people were just going to be in the lab, they didn't have time to test out this netcode to make sure it was working properly, so they kind of had to take it out. So now this is like our first ever look at the practice mode in this game, because for the people that played the betas or saw the betas, all you could do was just go straight into lobbies and play people. You couldn't practice. You had to practice in the middle of games and stuff, which some players don't mind. Traditionally, the older players don't mind that. I mind it in a sense. Not really, but I mind it in the sense of I'd rather put more time into learning stuff that actually requires me to look up stuff and like look at other people that know the game better, versus just looking up generic stuff that the game literally will tell you normally. It's like in fighters. Why am I sitting here learning the input for a super when I could be learning the routes for combos that I potentially want to learn to do? Yeah, you're going to need to learn how to do the super regardless, but I'm going to learn that in the beta, or I'm going to learn that when the game comes out, because when it comes out, all that stuff's going to be included. The beta won't be sitting here trying to teach you how to do combos and structures, and this one was teaching you how to play, which, you know, in some cases held some people back at the start when they first were learning. But that's not my biggest complaint. We're not trying to make this another 30-minute reaction, so we're going to get this one over short, sweet, and simple. It's 40 seconds. Let's go. I had to turn my headphones on. I forgot I was listening to music earlier. Hold on, wait. Go back. Damage, combo damage, highest combo damage. The unconscious thing was what caught my eye. I was just looking to make sure that this had all the normal stuff. Unconscious, is that like stun state? I'm assuming it is, because in fighters it tells you how much stun you have left on your combo. Okay. Also, let's just take a second to realize that in 2022, when a new fighting game came out, they had to show us what the practice mode looked like, because they didn't show us at all during the 2 betas that it came out, and we got our hands on it. That just is something to wrap your head around. Granted, this was a different case, but I'm just saying that that's a funny realization to have. In 2022, we're getting YouTube trailers on what the practice mode looks like for the first time. So they're going to be doing the thing where they teach you basic combos and challenging combos. Okay, that's a good thing. I like. See, that right there, a limited version where we could only do the basic combos would have been fine for me, because I'm like, okay, if you're not going to give us a practice mode, I understand the reasons why. And give us something to learn the buttons, because there's no thing telling you what the buttons in the game are. At least give us like that. Give us a tutorial so that we can complete that and then get in. Guilty Gear at least gave us that. When Guilty Gear came out, they let us play the tutorial, learn what the, you know, first character you got, which was Soul. You learned what he did, and then it was like, okay, now you get to go in and pick the character you want and learn them, either online or in practice or in training. But like I said, I get the reason why, so it's at least good that they're giving options for challenging, tutorial, and basic combos. Yeah, but this right here would have been nice to know that in this game there's no air blocking. That's a very big thing coming from somebody who plays fighters and these other fighting games where air blocking is a thing. In this game, you have to train yourself to not air block, which is something that, you know, people during the beta and me had to learn. And also, a mechanic in this game that is probably going to be in like the basic movement thing that they didn't tell you. You can roll in this game. It doesn't tell you anywhere during the betas that you can, but you can, and I never learned what buttons there were. So let's see if they teach me something new. Go back. They gave us a little preview of who was it, Kunoichi and Striker. Just generic stuff for a Striker. Okay, just some generic stuff. I wanted to see what the screens look like. The first kick cannot be guarded against. Oh, so see, that's useful because stuff in other games don't be giving you this. They don't tell you the first kick cannot be guarded against while standing. They'll just have you have to learn that yourself when you go against them. So these different things here are different attributes for the move, and it'll tell you here. The first kick hits the opponent even when knocked down. That's fucking good. See, shit like that is good. It needs to be in other games. Because if you're gonna, you know, have these conditions on moves that, you know, the player won't know unless they play it, when you're learning the move and learning how to put it in a combo string, you would need to know that you can't guard against this while standing. And also that this can get an opponent hit even when he's knocked down. That knockdown part is very crucial. Because that means that you can hit your opponent when he's down with this move. And then there wasn't anything important on Striker's side. Yeah, there wasn't. Yeah, it's a grab. Okay. Just basically showing us what the practice mode will look like and giving us a brief look at some of the stuff. But like I said, the stuff like this, where you're learning combos, like the generic ones, you could have put that in the beta, and you could have, like I said, you could have did a tutorial and just not given us practice mode, like the full gambit of practice mode, going in there and practicing. You could have given us the tutorial so we at least learned the buttons, because like I said, when you're first learning the game, you don't even know what buttons do what. You're just sitting here pressing buttons, trying to learn on the fly like that. And like I said, some people like doing that. I don't. I'd rather spend my time more wisely learning the buttons in the tutorial, so that when I go against a person, we're both not sitting there struggling. Because if you were like me, who didn't play until the second beta, you're going in with a massive disadvantage, because now everybody's had one beta plus. Me, I gotta learn everything on the fly now. Just minor gripes with the game, but like I said, overall, I like what they've done, and I understand why they did it the way they did it. It's just an annoyance that they did it that way. Could have easily just had this mode in the beta and just limited it to a certain amount of time or something, but you know, it's cool. Alright, so that's all for DNF Duel until they probably pop out with another video tomorrow, and I gotta react to that. Or we're getting more multiverse and stuff, so you never know, that might have another pro gameplay video or something like that. But I'll see you on the next one. Like, video, subscribe if you don't like the content, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.